Okay, so you were bulimic that night?
Mm-hmm.
And anorexic as well, or just bulimic?
Well, they called it anorexia binge prototype, so it was technically both in a way. I was anorexia when I was 12. I was 12 when I came on the show and talked about bullying before, and I wanted so bad to talk about how much it affected me, but I couldn't really say how much it affected me because I wasn't really even through with the issues that had caused me. So,
Right.
so
And that started the cutting, then you would cut yourself?
right,
And because you felt so badly about yourself?
right. I think that years of abuse in school and just, so many things were said to me that just hurted me every day. I went from having all these friends to having none. And that's the effect that bullying can have on you. That's why I am so dominant and outspoken about why it's so important to get the awareness out there that teen bullying can cause these issues. I struggled with cutting, with anorexia, and basically bulimia.
And were you also drinking or doing drugs or anything like that?
I would be lying to you if I said I never experimented or self-medicated with drugs or alcohol.
And people around you must have seen this going on, and everyone tried to just prop you up and put you up on stage so that everybody was making money. And I mean, obviously it was a brave thing for whatever happened to go into treatment, because you were making money for lots of people, and yet you inside were a mess.
It was really difficult because on one side I had my family and close friends telling me you need to go into treatment, and then I had the pressure of some people that didn't really care, and luckily those people are out of my life now. Those people are nowhere. I don't speak to them. They're out of my life.
Good.
And I am in such a good place now that I can definitely weed out those people in my life that if I said somebody that's coming in and on my team that doesn't care about me, they're out, what I mean. My health and my recovery comes first, and everyone on my team knows that. And when it starts to get too much, I say, whoa, slow it down.
Good.
I'm working way too much hard, and they will slow it down for me.
That's okay. And that's very mature for someone who is 19 to say, whoa, slow it down, because you know that sort of pest of this business anyway.
Right.
Much less of that age, and for you to actually recognize, because I think you have to be healthy to recognize unhealthy. Mm-hmm. If you're unhealthy, you're just surrounded by unhealthy people, and you don't know any different because they're just, kind of the same, on kind of the same page.
Exactly, and that's why I was so successful with manipulating the people around me with my addictions, and that's what happens when you lost control of yourself to a disease.
So if you obviously a lot of girls is looking at you and seeing that you went through stuff that maybe they are going through right now, and how you, in a quick sound bite, how do you talk to those type of girls and say, oh my God, and say, what advice do you have for them?
Well, one of the reasons why I became so outspoken when I decided to come out of treatment and talk about my issues was because when I grew up and I was dealing with the pressure to be thin, there was times of the tabloids when very, very skinny girls were on the cover of every magazine, and that's why I was looking up to them. So that's what I had to idolize. I don't want that for young girls to idolize.
Okay.
Cut and print.